Burnt orange saraband. The desert daytime stingingly scoops up everything into its center. Indifferent fluorescent lady of eyes and paws, every part of her body spills offspring. Her platitudes lie in rusted rings around. It is because I think it is this way, your moon, yours, that was always improbable along the arc of the night's dark, tight arm. It broadens me flat against this baffling climate. Sometimes at night I sense illuminated white marble. This is belated, the ownership of a debt. O sorrowful Spain, through streets to rooms the players undress their knights in the gardens of. Night lights on treetops reach towards the stellar women whose fault it is to chase. They leap past and brush the husband. They capture and penetrate the sweet, hot lull of my paradox. Somewhere a thrashing rainfall becomes a superb blue, but your moon is gaining on my night. Interior. I enter a room the size of my own body. Its estuaries indulge to take me by the shoulders, and I descend to a place where the traffic stops. Strange currents of air tingle, and I'm slightly. In this space my illusions become temperate. Nonetheless saddened, they proceed from mercy to mercy, with the force of a promise, without pity or shape. Stray feelings cloak my lap, and are pressed in many places against. Lips read letters exchanged inside a stormy memory. Aching and out of sight, their scattered pieces still ring frightfully triumphant. Fires incline in the middle crying. Submerged forces charged with linear directness. A flashing presence disobeys the way ahead where deep contours appear permanently locked in place. I know this room now. It is red, and once I placed flowers in it. I hunted for and missed the line of punishment that desires the beautiful. Duck into the shade for a moment. There's somebody laced with questions, resolute, irredeemably meaningless, naive at the source of a ravenous argument whose embers deceptively replenish our sensuous needs. A confrontation can engage a particular or silver fountains or disrupt sanity, and you can create a stranger sustained from a past self. I am at an illogical age that is porous, crisp, and charm-provoked. A steep sedative might leave behind markings that could tug at a promise close to purple. Utopian luxuries welcome this fancy any time an abstract end floods its independence. The more tearless the kiss, the wilder the cares. A diver disconnects and begins another portion. Men leap language, exhaustive, sideways, and belong. The night lays down rapid sonnets electronically regulated, thus startling a Shakespearean couple so that the result is a brightly colored pleat of intermission bells and a sumptuous orb of a delightful mint. Oh, blow me an inspired kiss, a gorgeous golden mature daisy of awe. Pod, pyramid, pop. Clock version. Soul and flesh remember foreign cities to the extent that it is pragmatic to play the role unabridged. Here is the sparkling neck of nations whose precious roots plunge and glisten, and the gold ring of useful destinies promising to comply. What shining needle presses against that straight, intricate tightening of delusion? What monument is underlined by the identical pauses of the unraveled, forgotten undulations of children? The ultimate importance, like the silverware of our lungs, snaps the heart-shaped centerpiece into unaccustomed place. Bells poise in the steeple, dare the scythe of the evening's darkest blue to transect exactly the unmatched beauty of our hour. For a garland of zinnias, I loved that subtle, provocative temple, that mountain wedding, the bare literary figurine in that empty section of our universe. The pale reasons for these steady, higher movements, these grandiose romances link chest and ring and flower and vantage point. The range of capable, authentic reminders outnumbers the impure impediments. What external deductions dare cross out this occasion? First assumptions begin to fade in the slender pine wilderness. Our blood's ringing curve, musky inside a wave of beast, seethes freely in faith of stars ablaze that pierce our objects of desire. When a lupin maze conceals, it's a private argument whose dimension is an undulant frontal sketch of the body as a gentle lyre or mandolin. Slightly blue, umber from this angle, but wild and perfect in its startling finish. The equinox has split over us. Particles claim the lily air and charm with their ochre disturbance. We reach for this attraction at beaded, unconcerned periods, as though we had been waiting carefully in the valley with our ambitious, lustily removed garments. Saints' lanterns glister in a park, and we ache admirably at the precise moment. It's the story of myriad and cheek, the logic of skins by the look of frailties. The fearsome taste of the west breeze, the liminal museum of the self, the magnitude of our powdery sutures. We plunge and shake the artificial presumption. Yet untitled. The moment I learned the native major sign, I wanted to seal its newness within me. I wanted to follow it across its efforts across expansive silent openings, trying the whole appealing peak and sounding a note to end harm. I wanted to burn ugly nets of torn organdy the beaded months. I wanted to explore the desire engine of wild animals and absorb the background. I wanted to lie at the bottom of a rush rare concerto and in a tight open shirt and uncover the break, that powerful and complicated orchestra pit break of the body, the final body unknown in art until the red struck hour when artists landscape real skin to include each jumpy point that inclined them to attention and compassion in the first place. I wanted to unleash brash themes. I wanted their warped gleam to hold me cleft to my own light. I wanted to allow, I wanted to point out, to flame and retreat, to form, record, to tighten the edge. I wanted to retort the atrocious alchemy of departure. I wanted to sing cold, blurred romance with subtle, seldom feelings. I wanted birdsong. I wanted time, more time. Ornately aflame and unfinished. I firmly think that unless this luster of excitement is not withdrawn from the breast cavity, the jutting out acceleration of surprise will indicate a double hollow of indulgence. I may collapse, or a beautiful avant-garde discourse might ensue and pulsate joy beyond belief. You can overdo the betrayal of aging, and your veins will swell and become awkward with color. Slim symptoms may bloom. Sip something cool. The ringing of your stanzas may smile lasciviously and contain their own rotation, but you fear they have already melted in an unfolding precious ceremony. The blink of sidelong irises. Don't cover your eyes. Sleep will ground you. A song will transform you and your malfunctioning hope. It will hand the sun another name. This moment will slip back into its dance under the canopy, and you will be continuous, suggestive, and exhale nowhere. Momento mori. The way she looks, the way I look, the way we look. He isn't looking the way you